Hello and welcome to PetXI Interactive, the home of GCSE revision on the go. Coming up in this maths burst, we'll be concentrating on simplifying expressions and expanding brackets. You will find simplifying expressions straightforward if you stick to these simple steps. I'm very confident that you'll be able to get it very quickly. Simplifying expressions is often referred to as collecting like terms. What this means in simple words is that you should be grouping and combining the parts which have the same letter. For example, we have an expression here with bananas and cars. C plus B plus B plus C plus C plus B. All you are required to do is count the number of bananas you have and the number of cars you have. In this example, we have 1, 2, 3 bananas, which will be written as 3B, and 1, 2, 3 cars, which will be written as 3C. The expression could now be written in the simplified form 3B plus 3C, and it would still mean the same. Here is a simple method to ensure you get it right every time. Draw shapes around the parts that contain the same letters, using different shapes for each of the groups of different letters. It is very important that you include the sign to the left of the letter as well. Then combine the bits that are in the same shape. So, for example, here you have a question. 6p plus 5q plus 2p minus 2q. Firstly, draw a circle around the parts that include the letter P. Don't forget to include the sign to the left. After this, draw a rectangle around the parts that include the letter Q. Again, don't forget to include the sign to the left. Let's work out the P's together. You should have drawn circles around 6p plus 2p. If something doesn't have a sign in front of it, then it is automatically positive. 6p plus 2p combines to make 8p. Now look at the rectangles containing the letter Q. You should have plus 5q minus 2q. If you have 5 of something and you take away 2 of them, you are left with 3. It is the same for this. Plus 5q minus 2q leaves you with plus 3q. Don't forget the sign, it is very important. If you write these two answers in a line, you will get 8p plus 3q. Simple. One thing to be careful of. Should you collect the terms together and you are left with 1q, for example, you do not need to write the number. Simply leave it as q. This means exactly the same thing. So if you see a question like 3q minus 2q, the answer would not be 1q, it would simply be q. Be careful to watch out for things that start off with a negative. You must always watch out for that pesky sign on the left. If it helps, draw yourself a number line to help you. If you are placing two terms together, if the second thing is negative, you go to the left on the number line. If it is a positive, you go to the right. So for example, minus 2q minus 4q would give you minus 6q. Minus 2q plus 4q will give you plus 2q. Just be careful when you're collecting the terms together that you have the right sign at the start, and then you can't go wrong. Right now, let's knock it up a notch. Let's introduce some brackets. Let's expand 2x plus 3. Expand just means that we need to get rid of the brackets. We have a foolproof method to stop you losing marks, and as I am a grid fanatic, let's use one here. There are two things inside this bracket, so we draw a grid with 2 boxes, just like this one here. Now the 2 on the outside of the bracket goes on the left of this grid. The 2 things inside the bracket go above the 2 boxes. So x goes above the first box and plus 3 goes above the second box. Remember to include the plus or minus signs, as this is important. Whenever we use a grid in maths, you should be thinking about multiplication, and it's the same in this case. To fill the boxes in, we need to multiply. So for the first box, we do 2 times x, which is 2x. For the second box, we do 2 times plus 3, which equals plus 6. Now the inside of the boxes reads 2x plus 6, which is our answer. Simple, wasn't it? Now there is another level to this which sometimes appears in exams. We can combine expanding and simplifying together. If you get a question like this, expand and simplify 3x plus 1 plus 2x minus 2. If you do get a question like this, you can break it into two smaller questions. First, expand 3x plus 1 using a grid, and then plus 2x minus 2 using another grid. Then you'll have 4 things in total. 3x plus 3 and plus 2x minus 4. Then you can write them in a line and simplify it using the shapes like we did at the start of this video. This will make 5x minus 1, which is our final answer. Thank you for watching. See you in the next exciting instalment of PETXI Interactive Maths.